glad you're here. Thank you very much for joining me. Please like, please share. Yeah, definitely share, and please subscribe, and please thumbs up my videos. This is important. There's been a lot of buzz on social media about the New York Police Department officers and the fire department now putting in retirement papers after the election. Even before the election happened, over the fears of what was going to happen. 1,000 New York police officers put in retirement papers. The New York Fire Department Commissioner, Robert Tucker, stepped down after the election. You think crime was bad before? It's going to get worse when the new mayor is sworn in on January 1st. You think response time was slow when you had a medical emergency, had a fire in your house, or some kind of incident where you needed police? Well, that's going to get worse too. Sources close to the fire commissioner Tucker cite Monday's soft on crime platform and his anti-Israel stance as a factor, especially given Tucker's Jewish heritage and planned trip to Israel. Outgoing Mayor Eric Adams praised Tucker's leadership, and there is reports of 4,000 New York police officers filing for retirement papers and potential resignation from Adams' public safety deputy. Social media and union chatter suggests that more fire department chiefs may follow, exacerbating staffing shortages. The New York Fire Department is already down 1,000 firefighters from pre-COVID levels. The police department, they're down anywhere from 6 to 7,000. New York City needs 40,000 police officers, supposedly. That's their quota to patrol the streets, and they're already down 6 to 7,000 with another probably 1,000 to follow. That is definitely going to hinder response times to police calls or fire calls, any other type of emergency. The new mayor that will be elected on January 1st is already calling for taxing the rich. So there's the talk of the exodus of the rich leaving the city. How's that going to affect the city coffers? The police department already short 6 to 7,000 officers, and another 4,000 may file for either transfer or early retirement. How can a city survive with that kind of numbers? This has been widely reported as a direct response to the election results, mirroring the New York Police Department post-election retirement surge amid fears of Mondany's progressive policies on public safety and foreign affairs. He's actually openly criticized Israel. His hatred probably for Jews. The New York Fire Department Commissioner Robert Tucker is Jewish. Tucker, a 30-year fire department veteran and the department's first black commissioner, was appointed on August of last year. That's one of the factors, but especially given Tucker's Jewish heritage and his planned trip to Israel. I looked into this because I saw a viral claim on X saying that over 170 officers filed on November 5th alone, echoing a July spike, but tied directly to the election fears. Former New York Police Department Chief John Chell warned on November 4th, Viva Newsweek, that the Monday win could prompt 4,000 veteran officers to retire immediately, calling it a recipe for disaster. That figure aligns with the union data showing 5,000 officers eligible for retirement by year's end. Many now are accelerating their plans. Would you visit the city as a tourist? What's this going to do with their tourism dollars? Would you feel safe there? Florida, one of the states that is actively offering jobs and attractive incentives to law enforcement and fire service professionals, particularly targeting those leaving high tax, high cost states like New York. I was there in 2011 in Florida. They have no state tax. and I felt safe on their streets there. The push by Florida has ramped up following the NYPD and FDNY retirement surge after the November 5th election, which was yesterday, with Florida agencies framing it as a welcome home for officers and firefighters seeking better pay, no state tax income, and pro law enforcement policies. Yeah, criminals don't want to go to Florida. They just passed a law that anyone that rapes a child under the age of 12 gets the death penalty. You don't want to do protests, block the streets there in Florida. They passed a law too where a driver has the right to run over someone that is blocking the road. If you want to move to Florida to be a highway patrol officer, the incentives are 5,000 to 10,000 sign up bonuses, up to $7,500 to relocate, $62,000 a year. And if you have 20 years of experience, you immediately would be put into the role of a sergeant. The Miami-Dade Police Department is offering $15,000 for bonuses, $5,000 for movers aid, emphasizing escape New York chaos. Average salary there is 85,000 to 110,000 with overtime, with OT and FDNY crossovers getting priority. Broward County Sheriff's Office is offering jobs for deputies and sheriffs, a $12,000 signing, full pension also be given to them. The Orlando Police and Fire Department, patrol and EMTs, they are being offered a $8,000 bonus and a housing stipends. They're off. They say they have over 500 spots open. Just today, after the election, Ron DeSantis announced expanded bonuses. Viva a state workforce pressure. They say it's part of a larger Freedom State initiative, contrasting Florida's low crime policy with New York's reforms. Also, for those that want to transfer to Florida, for the NYPD and FDNY vets qualify for enhanced packages, including pension buybacks, up to 75% credit for prior service. For other people that wish to move to Florida, they say that careers.florida.jobs.org lists 100,000 job openings in tech, healthcare, and tourism with relocation perks, $2,000 for move overs, 50 miles. So if you're, going to transfer to Florida and it's over 50 miles, you can get perks of $2,000. Yeah, so yeah, Florida's gonna gain on that. I wonder how many other states are offering the New York Police Department and Fire Department personnel welcome home jobs. I was in New York back in 1969. I certainly would not travel there now. Can you imagine a city so short in safety personnel, EMTs, firemen, police officers? Well, we'll just have to wait and see what happens. He is a socialist communist. Yeah, I hope it's going to be examples for what's going to happen, probably in other states. I think of Minnesota and I think of Michigan. My son went there to visit some friends, probably 2 years ago to Minnesota, and he was warned that there were certain areas he should not go to because of the crime. And it's because of people like this that were elected. So, what are your thoughts? Put your comments down below. Yeah, this is shocking. Please like, please share, please subscribe, and I'll talk to you later. God bless you.